Hi everyone, Barbara Bolt here with Bolt Global. Today I'm starting a video series about first impressions. We've talked a little bit about making a good impression, but first impressions are particular. One of the things that we need to know about first impressions is that we are hardwired to have them. We don't have a choice. They're an ancient survival mechanism so that people could size up who they could trust and who they couldn't trust when it came to protecting their food and their lives and families. So the thing to know is that we all have them and they're automatic. The second thing to know is that they're very difficult to change. Once people have that impression of you, it's not an easy thing for them to have another impression of you. And you have to expend energy in order to get them to change their mind. I want to tell you a little story about this. First impressions can create what's called a self fulfilling feedback loop. This means that somebody forms an impression of you that maybe isn't so positive. They then respond to you with a negative behavior. Maybe they're unfriendly or cool. That in turn causes you to react to them with similar behavior, and that reinforces their negative impression of you. This used to actually happen to me when I lived in Italy. In Italy, their communication style is very nonverbal based, and they size people up in a heartbeat based on something on your face, something in your body language. It used to happen that I would have a training event, I would arrive at the location, and something would be different than what I was told or what I was expecting. Either there were a smaller number of people in the group than I'd been told, or some piece of equipment wasn't available or didn't work. And I would unconsciously and immediately show irritation on my face, maybe kind of like that person I was interacting with, who was often an admin or secretary whose help I needed, would immediately react negatively. They'd become cool and a little bit dissed. And I would then have to work hard to regain their trust or their help in order to do what I needed to do. It took me years to figure this out, that it was something I was doing unconsciously that was creating this negative impression with my interlocutor. I hope that little story is helpful and brings home this fact of first impressions. And I'll be doing other videos on how we can make a good first impression. Thanks very much, and I look forward to seeing you next time.